part of those who have come to enjoy this. There's one you wanted to capture?
Yeah.
But who tells you they're ready to be captured?
No, it's not capturing them.
Yeah, it's listening to you as you talk.
Okay. So I beg to have you as my guest today.
Yes.
My name is Paul Diege.
Yeah.
Paul is the curator of the T.Mboya Meuselium.
Yeah. I know you don't remember me, but
I know, I remember you.
Yes, yes.
And Paul also happens to be one of the sons of the late Leonardus Diege.
Yes.
T.Mboya was among the sons of Diege, and he was the very firstborn among a family of 5 wives. So that means Diege family is very large. But Tom was the very first son and the first child of this large family.
Yes.
So we are into the T.Mboya Mausoleum, an honor that was bestowed upon Tom 2 years after his assassination of 5th July 69. You remember this was a great man politically assassinated on the 5th July 69. That was on Government Road in Nairobi, today Moi Avenue. On the fateful day, Tom had just walked out of a pharmacy along Government Road, then called the Chani Pharmacy. It was here that he met an assassin, Isaac Naach and Jenga Njoroge, who had been sent to eliminate him politically. We see Tom as one of the leading lights in Kenya's struggle for independence, a pioneer trade unionist right from Kenya and into the rest of the world. We may also see Tom as a detribalized man, racial leader who stood for one Kenya, one people. Tom is also revered as one man who would go to any extent in ensuring that Kenya belonged to all Kenyans, regardless of their tribe or race. So Tom was eventually buried within his father's homestead in Rusinga Island. Today we are into the 56th year and some months since Tom was politically assassinated. Right before us is Tom's grave. His remains remain within the same. But from the architectural design, we realize that the gallery building was designed to symbolize the bullet that fell Tom. So you may have a look at it right from the base to the tip outside. The bullet shape. So right in the hall are a few of Tom's collections in terms of mementos, awards, honors, and name it. But allow me also to inform you that within this compound is a white man's grave. Right there we have the grave of Tom's fellow student in 1959 at Oxford University. This was William X. Scheinman from the US, who would later write a will to the effect that in death his remains are cremated so that he's buried beside Tom. William would live for 30 years after Tom's assassination of 69, right from 69 to 99, as he would become a frequent visit of the family, mainly on Tom's anniversary, as he also kept an eye into the project that Tom left incomplete. So as he made his last visit here in March 99, he traveled back home to the US and fell ill, died in May 99. So as per the wish and the will, part of the cremated remains were flown to Kenya, and we today have William's grave there. Out of the Diege polygamous family setup, we today have what we call the family grave site. The one over there. So we have the graves of our departed kin in terms of brothers, sisters, and even sisters-in-law. Tom had a very young family by the time of his assassination. The wife was called Pamela Mboya, who later became Ambassador Pamela Mboya. By that time, they had already had the very first traditional structure, Simba. Then they built a more modern house right here. This was about 8 rooms. So by that time, the family lived into this. But just because Tom, by the time of his assassination, had not established his own homestead, much later the family would be relocated to a place of their choice on which they built their own homestead. So today the Mboyas live along Bita Homa Bay Road at a place called Lambo Valley. It's within that homestead that you have the two graves of Tom's wife Pamela, who died out of natural causes in 2009, and T.Mboya, the first son, a brilliant commercial lawyer, who died in a sport bike accident in 2004 in Nairobi. For the rest of Tom's sons and daughters, we have a large family caption within the hall, and it's there that I'll let you know more about the great family. So, having walked into the hall and seen some of these collections, I'll give you a chance to sign the visitors book as the visitors of today. So that is when we may be taking photos, videos, all around the place. Here we beg that you leave only as your time arrives, but the longer you stay, the better. Being a festive season.
Yes.
Yeah. So we may walk into the hall so that I can do an explanation on some of these collections that we have.
All right.
Yeah. You can walk both sides. Depending on the room. So the door is also symbolic. Allow me to show what you have on the door. On either side of this door is an indentation of a coffin shape, the universal shape of a coffin. Yeah. And right here we have the symbol of the cross. Tom has been a Christian, a devout Catholic faithful. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, we walk in. Karibu again.
Thank you.
So, what you're about to see here is just a small fraction of Tom's collections. We have others kept in banks for safe custody, others donated to the national museums and the national archives. We as well have the family archives in Nairobi. So this is Tom's signature portrait, the one he had taken on the last Madaraka Day of 1969. A month later he was killed on the 5th July 69. We see Tom and the then President Jomo Kenyatta and the comrades, but at one time Tom would live in a fundraiser in Siaya County, the school called Sega Boys and Girls. After that event, Tom was made a Luo elder, and for that he sat on the Luo wooden stool right here. Yes, so Tom would visit different Kenyan communities. The Kambas are the best in wood carving. The carvings were given to Tom as gifts when he visited the Kamba community. The Kisilo, the Gusis, do the soapstone beats. So this was as well a gift from the Gusi community. But now the starkest reminder of Tom's assassination is the briefcase that he was holding. The exact briefcase that Tom was holding when he was shot. You may notice some faint traces of blood stains on it.
Wow. This is the same.
The very, very one. No replica. The faint traces of blood stains there. So today you must have passed the bridge into Rusinga Island.
Yes.
But initially,
What is inside?
it's empty.
Oh, okay.
Everything was removed. You must have passed the bridge into Rusinga Island.
We did.
But initially, on where we have the bridge, they would use the canoes. Later, Tom procured what was then called the chain ferry because it was pulled by the chain. It was the very ferry that would help crossing Tom's body into Rusinga Island. The hearse disembarking from the chain ferry. So the ferry is onto the Rusinga side. It's very shallow here. You may notice this man walking. So it crosses this shallow end into Rusinga and the body is brought home for the burial. Tom Pamela wedding was officiated by the then Pope John the 23rd at St. Peter Clavers Racecourse Road in Nairobi. That was on the 20th of January 1962. former American ambassador to Kenya, Michael Ranneberger, was here in 2007. He donated that clock from the American embassy, paid for renovation works, and left. We have the most recently used visitors booths, like the one you're about to sign, as today's visitors, other artifacts. But remember, Tom would become the first black patron of Kenya Safari Club in Nanyuki. By then, blacks would not access. But since he became the first black patron, the gates were open. This is an artifact from the coastal region. The tribes of Kenya would have Tom visit them. They would have to install Tom as an elder. So this remained as traditional accompaniment, one from the Kamba and the Kalenjin.
Hey, he was so friendly to Kambas.
He was actually born in Ukambani.
Oh, yeah, the size of plantation. Oh, yes.
By the time he was born on the 15th of August 1930, his father Diego was relatively young and stronger. So he had been among those who were fished out of the villages to go and work merely as size of cutters. So the connection with the Kambas.
Yeah, that one I remember.
Yeah. City of Kansas, Missouri in the US, he was made an honorary citizen.
Oh, wow.
You may join us.
I have to take this one.
Yeah. City of Kansas, Missouri, he was an honorary citizen. So much later his family would become of dual citizenship because of this. We have other artifacts from different locations. Okay. Let's see what the Queen of England bought Tom. The Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II, hosted Tom in Britain, but chose to buy Tom a special Korean gift. He had this from Australia, that from India, and this from Italy. We have the cannonballs. Tom would play that game called bowling on his free time. Yeah. On his first visit in West Africa, he was in a country called Guinea. Here, Tom was installed as an African elder, and this goes as a traditional accompaniment. As a top-notch student of Oxford University, in which he met the white man, Tom won the emblem of Oxford as an award. But Tom was the only African who attended a launching of a spacecraft in California. A great gift from China. Gautama Buddha, the one who founded Buddhism. Yes. Tom and his colleagues had a band in the second cabinet, that one there, and the band was called the Bachelor's Band. So he won a dancing competition, and for that the Nairobi Dance Committee presented Tom with a dancing cap. This is the fly whisk, symbol of leadership and authority. Yes. White symbolized peace. The black one symbolized our dark color as black Africans. The very flag that draped Tom's casket is this one. Then Tom had a honorary degree from Chicago University. Just one of the nameplates that you'd find on Tom's office desk was a souvenir from the Chinese government. Maybe you noticed the dragons. Yes. But this was yet another honor from Japan, the little sacred birds of Japan. The Railway African Union, under Tom's watch as a great trade union leader, bought Tom this clock on his wedding of 1962. From Homa Bay town, you get down to Mbita, right from here to Mbita, onto the bridge. Then here we have Rusinga Island. Within Rusinga Island is the T.Mboya Meuselium, where we are located today. The adjacent islands are the little ones, then into Takawiri, part of Mfangano Island, into others, into Uganda, or Tanzania on the other side. Yeah. Yeah. We have little bit of press cuttings of those days that help us tell this story. So for this, one would need time. You just pick and sit in the shade and learn more. The Kenyan Navy and the then National Defense College would come yearly and parade in Tom's honor. That's why they would donate the books and what have you. So by the time Tom was killed in 69, the family was very young, especially the kids. So Tom's firstborn is a judge today in Kenya. She is Justice Maureen, married to a gentleman called Odell. So she is today Justice Maureen Odell. But Maureen was followed by the lawyer Peter, who died in the sports bike accident. The third born is Dr. Susan Mboya.
That one I know.
Yeah, the one married to former Nairobi Governor Kidero. Lucas, the third born, and T.Mboya Jr., the fifth. Justice Maureen, the late Peter, Dr. Susan, Lucas, and Tom Jr. Peter's wife is still surviving, Gladys. Sigrid, the wife to Lucas. And Odero, a son-in-law, the husband to Justice Maureen Odero. The grandchildren, by 1999, 30 years after Tom's death when this was captured. So I want to honor you today by having a chance to sit on the Louvre stool that Tom sat on as he signed the visitors' book as today's visitors.
Okay. Yes.
So it's a gift.
Yes, you're the guest.
Now take the first shot, and pictures should be taken. 18, huh? 18. Yes. Next. Who's gonna be next? Yeah, that's for security purposes. You're great. Yes, today you signed here.
Pero ya le dijo que mira, es una religión, pero what do you mean?